I am Miss Marie, and this is Going to Straight Live. It is 2:24 a.m. Welcome to the live, everyone. This is a poll. I'm gonna ask a question about you liking what do you enjoy? We're gonna put it what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy? I gotta ask them when I come on some live here now. Do you enjoy? You enjoy? You enjoy um, the kind of love through two lenses. This is what it's going to be. Two hearts perspective readings. Okay, so two hearts. Wait. Two hearts. Hearts. I can't wait to take these nails off. They're getting in my way. Two hearts perspective. And today we're going to talk about your perspective. Perspective. There we go. Okay. All right. So there, come vote. Let me put it in today's Venusian day. There we go. It's the two hearts. Blue. I think we'll leave it in blue. I think I like blue. Okay, we are done. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I'm starting the poll now. Okay, there we go. Do you enjoy two hearts perspective, meaning you versus them? All right, if you stuck in you versus them, trying to upgrade you. Good morning, G. Good morning, Sonali. Good morning, good morning. I'm just trying to upgrade and just to widen your perspective, your lenses. And so, yeah. So the dance between hearts, the hearts dialogue, love through two lenses, two hearts and two perspective. I see it here a lot with the Seven of Cups. And of course, when we get to that balance between me and my persons, the way they look at life, love. Vote now, guys. Do you like it? You want to know where you're at? This is also a mystic. Oh, I got the awakened soul. No, wrong, wrong energy. This is the awakened soul. I try to switch them up. So here I'm gonna be coming live a lot and asking your perspective. What do you enjoy mostly? We already down to three. Today's the third one. Yesterday we did higher self. I'm gonna bring that on Saturdays. We are gonna keep the Moody Monday, Mindful Monday messages to get you started. We start well to get you going for the new week, but then I like to do heart to heart with the divine, and that is you praying, communicating with something deeper than you know, your ego, something your higher power, however you understand God. The prayer is all about alignment. It is the meeting place between you, the human heart, okay, and the divine, the eternal presence that you're part of. So yeah, let me get the Mystic Love Oracle because that's the one that I wanted to get in the energy of, so we can move this energy. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. So go ahead and vote 67. Okay, you versus them, and it is just how you can work through these challenges. How could you work? That's the goal here, to teach you, to help you, and overcome challenges. Perseverance is there. You at the last. I also got the Lover's Oracle. Let me get the Mystic Love. Okay, we got 3 votes so far. Come on in, vote. Vote. Your vote counts here. Let's make love great again. Like Donald Trump. Making America great again. Let's make love great again. Let's find out the mysteries of love. If you're under the love's mysterious, powerful energy, and if you trust in your own gravity, this invisible life force, right? So yeah, we just want to cover those bases. I got a little something naughty. I'll bring those next week. Let me look for my mystic love. Where is my mystic love? Oracle. Okay. Wow. Okay, guys. I'm waiting on, because if it was up to me, I'll bring in my astrology deck. I will bring this. So I'm gonna try to ease up on the astrology. I'm gonna try to ease up on the watch the tea. Nobody really cares for it. It just gets people going. I also have free membership. If you want to become a member of membership trial, okay, you don't like you versus them, no problem. I also have a membership trial for free memberships. You have super chat, super thanks. Go ahead and use those options. It is available to you. Free membership trial. And if you like it, you like what I have to bring, if you want to learn more, then hey, you're more than welcome to stay as a member. I have to push this energy forward. I cannot. Where is my mystic love? There it goes. Mystic love was hiding. Because love, we understand the mysteries of love. And of course, when we understand part of our soul, right? Because it always shows me, from a spiritual, metaphysical perspective, when we're dealing with something, because it's like your soul, it's part of you. When we look at dignity, self-worth, when we recognize what nourishes your energy, when it's your attention more, what depletes you, right? When you look at your dignity, you know, you stop compromising your self-worth, because your self-worth will if your self-worth drops, Venus will collapse, and today's Venusian Friday. So yeah, so when we look at our dignity, it's part of you that refuses to betray your soul just to keep connection, approval, or temporary comfort. And for when we look at a lot of times that when the moon comes out, it speaks to me of that. And so when we look at the subconscious and the hidden parts of the mind that influence thoughts and feelings, all right, instincts and your memories, from a spiritual perspective, of course, metaphysical. So we understand a lot of traditions, of course, ancient cultures, traditions teach that the soul is connected to the cosmos in different ways. All right. And so your soul is part of a greater universal consciousness. And that universe reflects the same creative intelligence that exists within you. All right. Basically your life is large. It's a part of a larger cosmic journey and learning, exploring, and growth. And when we look at the stars, it could remind us that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. All right. So get out of your own way. Get out of your way. Hey, Tanner. Hey, Tanner. 67 years. We got 9 votes. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah. Okay. So when we look at the stars, when we look at the moon just as it moves through its phases, so do we. So some days we're meant to shine brightly, and other days we're just called to reflect and listen, just to rest. And today the moon is, of course, it's in Sagittarius. It is in its waxing phases. And of course, we got Venus in Virgo. And of course, it rules love, relationships, beauty, money, and values. And in Virgo, it expresses itself through practicality, care, and devotion rather than grand gestures. All right. So know the difference. How every time Venus enters a different domain, it expresses itself differently, and you're not aware of that. So this is why I'm here, to bring you that awareness. All right. So understand already because your soul already knows the truth, right? And our journeys is just simply to become quiet enough to hear it. All right. And we look at the sun, spirit, life force, connect you to your higher self. Okay. So just understand a little bit who you are. Stop betraying your soul just to keep a connection. All right. And when you start recognizing dignity from a symbolic tarot perspective, it shows me to me in the cards like the Justice, moral alignment and truth and balance, strength, calm, power, and self-mastery, the Emperor, structure, standards, self-respect, the Hierophant, values, ethical principles, and the world, wholeness and inner completion, authenticity, not wearing masks, all right, to earn love, consistency in your character, remaining steady over time, honoring and protecting what is sacred to your spirit. All right. Emotional sovereignty, not letting every opinion define your identity, courage, and maintaining your principles under pressure. Welcome to another live. Since our topic is about love, I want to know what's going to happen with my love life now. What happened to your love life? What's going on? You want to share a little bit more? I'm going to give you a mystic love. Your near future. I mean, when you look at it and you be like, wow, that's going to be my near future. You have the ability to change the narrative. All right. You can send it back, keep what resonates with you, what you're in alignment with. You might not be aware of some things, right? So it's just the bottom line is just to bring your awareness. No contact. It's still the same person that is overboard. Come on in and cast your votes. Come on in. Your opinion and your perspective matters. All right. Love through lenses. When we look at the Seven of Cups, as a challenge. We all get that challenge. It isn't asking either of you to for perfection. It's asking uh you to have more clarity, to be more honest, and to use your discernment. It is a beautiful gift to acknowledge the pain from the past relationship instead of letting it quietly shape every connection. You enter a new connection and you let in your past connection. You're trying to decide something from a distance instead of having the conversation. All right, stop doing that. Communicate openly rather than trying to figure everything out from a distance. Regulate your emotions before making decisions, especially feeling hurt or uncertain. Learn how to. One of my important things here is learn how to sit with sadness. Hey Jasper 7325. Hey Lau, and learn how to sit with sadness. Stop rushing happiness. Happy. Stop doing that. You gotta understand. It is so healthy to sit with sadness so you can process the loss. It's like anger will protect you, right? Because if you stay angry enough, you'll be able to do something. Learn how to sit with sadness. It's okay. Stop rushing into the Ten of Cups. You're gonna bring all your garbage from the old relationship into your new. No. Learn how to sit with sadness. That's one thing. Stop forcing happy. Happy. Come on, man. Stop forcing happy. It's okay if you're sad. All right. Stop making somebody else happy if they're not happy. Let them self-select. Let them go through their emotions, okay? Deal with your reality. This is what's happening. Let me acknowledge this, okay? Let me see what it's trying to teach me. All right. Of course, we don't like to sit with uncertainty because, of course, the ego's going to want outcomes. I want now, I want certainty. And, of course, when you get to that Saturn, suddenly it's going to teach you a lesson. What do you need to learn? How can I accept responsibilities and overcome them? And how can I become more aware of my potentialities? What steps do I have to take? So we have to be mindful of that, all right? And so when you start learning, because it shows me with the devil, the things that are restricted, limited to you, all right, until you change some things here. And what's going to lead you, I think, to me, when it comes to love, having discipline towards your true path, capabilities in the future, that is what's going to guide you to make better decisions. You don't let all your feelings, right, just make the decisions for you. No, no, all right? So anyway, a lot of times, we let the action match their words when you're in a relationship, and you're going to give the connection a time to reveal itself instead of rushing to the conclusion and accept that love requires both hope and discernment. Love has polarity, has both good and bad. It has it in it. That's what love has. It has polarity, and you need to learn how to hold polarity, the duality. It shows me there. And so when we have this Venus and Virgo, that's what it's showing me. Is showing through actions rather than words. It's going to focus on improving relationships through honesty and consistency. This is the time here, people. Because after that, Venus goes into the seventh house, and oh boy, it's karmic correction. It's going to be way harder. All right. So from now on to August 7, pay attention to details. They matter. This is a great time to just organize. Take time to organize your finances, budgets, and your work routines. Okay. Beauty leans towards simplicity, natural elegance, and wellness. Okay, put your attention there. All right. Love grows through daily acts of kindness, patience, and service, not perfectionism. All right. And of course, if you're being so you look at the shadow side. Are you being overly critical of yourself and others? Are you trying to make everything perfect, or are you going to overthink relationship instead of enjoy the relationships that you're in? All right. So yeah, stop. Yeah, stop and just observe. Just take your time. This is a patience kind of energy. We got 9 votes. Come on in. Join channel member. It is free. It is free. And then you decide if you want to stay Go check out the channel members. And of course, one thing about perspective when it comes to relationships, right? Because of course we have different views on things. And when it comes to relationship, how you see your relationship, versus what the other person, how the other person sees it, you know, what is happening between both of you, because you could bring your own drama, your own your own experiences, your own feelings, your own expectations, your own values, and your fears and your hopes. All right. So anyway, when you have a healthy relationship, it involves trying to understand your partner's perspective, even if you don't completely agree with them. This is having objectivity. That could lead with more empathy, better communication, strong trust, and a few misunderstandings. All right. Yeah, I don't agree with you because remember, you have your experiences from the past. You come in with all these feelings, you don't know your emotions. You have all these expectations. You have your values, but you also have fears. You also have fears, but you also have hope. And hope is that light that we know that still something beautiful could still unfold, even when we don't have all the answers, even when the situation seems hopeless. Okay, and so yeah, for me, it just invites me to see how the situation is. Okay, it opens door to understand instead of assuming, because when we assume, we're trying to predict outcomes. Okay, we're trying to fill in the blanks. You don't know. You have this conversation. All right. How soon is too soon? All right. Let's go ahead with you, Cancer. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Leos. Come and vote. 12 votes. The objective here when it comes to two hearts that are intertwining, all right, from a perspective of two lenses, it's just to help you. How do I work through this? Because you want to know, how do I work through this? I'm having a hard time understanding the emotions. All right. And one of the things for me that has helped me so much is prayer and getting in alignment with my heart and the eternal presence. I run things over through the divine. All right. And it helps you clear confusion. If this is a line for me, let it withstand the truth. If it not, it's gonna collapse. All right. One thing about Venus in the seventh house is not gonna let you deal with one-sided relationship, and that is coming upon us, my friends. It would not. It would not let you deal with one-sided. I guarantee you that. It would be so hard, and you'd be like, "Why everything's falling apart?" It's not that. It's karmic correction. There's nothing that you can do about it. The only thing that you can do is just take a deep breath, enjoy the moment, be present, and say, okay, this has taught me something, you know. And so a little bit about the Justice card. You're gonna start seeing the Justice cards pop up. G, are you here? G, are you here? All right, we got 17 votes. Great, we're taking that no out. Just to know how to work through these differences. Okay, that is, how do I work through this challenge? All right. Let's go ahead. G, are you here? Come back in. I'm going to take your question. All right, let's go ahead. And your question was, if you have a problem, if you have a situation, no contact. Oh, the same person. Yeah, the same person is about love. I want to know what's going to happen with my love life. We're going to look at the near future when it comes to love. All right. We're going to look at your near future. But right now it's the time to work on your finances. All right. Right now is to do things that are simply natural. All right. And wellness. Get back to the gym if you want to work out. All right. That's self-love kind of energy. Yeah. Wherever Venus is at, she expresses herself through that field. All right. You going back? You working out? Yeah. All right. We're currently in the waxing gibbous. It is about refining, preparing, and building momentum before the full moon phase. All right. Adjustments and staying completely in your goals. Okay. So when we move through Sagittarius, it's all about the optimism, the adventure, and the desire for truth and growth. All right. Let's go ahead. One more. Let's tap into the great and powerful divine spirit of all there is, who enlivens all life. All right. One more. One more. Oh, shoot. You got love and affection. Can you see the cards clearly? And you got compromise and making changes. All right. And you might find yourself in that energy, like feeling like I wanna find something. I wanna find truth. All right, there you go. Can you see the cards clearly? The divine masculine. He's present. He's focused. He's goal oriented. He's emotionally mature. Right. He's not speaking from his wounds. He understands that relationships to build strong relationships, it requires the masculine and the feminine. Okay, those are principles. Those are aspects. In order for things to spin, it requires both. All right, you understand? Okay, so you got compromise and making changes, and of course, that's what that being more objective when it comes to love. Okay, this is love through two lenses, and of course that moon. Remember that you're ruled by the moon. So doing this waxing gibbous, which is of course in Sagittarius, the moon is refining and preparing and building momentum. Okay, staying committed to your goals, and it's all about optimism. Fine tuning your plan, learning something new, staying focused on your long term goals, and trust that your efforts are leading you towards a breakthrough. Okay, this is optimism and wow, adventure, decide for truth. But you want to decide for truth. Yeah, maybe in a couple of days. Remember that wherever the moon goes, you go. So, and when we look at the moon from a spiritual perspective, I mean, it always shows us something. Can I move? Can I trust myself in the middle? All right, when things are not clear yet. So let's go ahead and let's see your near future when it comes to love. All right. So it's basically future possibilities and of course guidance, because that's where I'm at. I'm not moving forward with any other energy. All right. Because a lot of times we want to rush. We want to avoid the tower. We don't want to pass through the death. We definitely avoid the tower. We don't like when we see the tower, and we definitely don't like the moon. But we must pass through this. This is how you have that level of soul growth. Okay, it requires your soul requires, of course, when it comes to evolution, it requires for you to go through these changes. Okay, and of course, I'm going to talk about love. The mysteries of love. Are you under the mercies of love's mysterious plans, right? We see that Six of Pentacles a lot. All right, let me see. One more. There goes the Eight of Swords. All right, I'm going to stop here because I want to explain to you a little bit, because this goes in play with this energy here, all right? So a lot of times you understand when the eights comes out like this, all right? We are right now. It did come out like this, but I turned it around just because people like to see them like they like to see them like this. If is what's happening now with Mercury went direct, but until August 7, we're gonna be lingering now with that energy, making things feel a little bit heavy here. All right, and then you got to that Four Cups. I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna give you two more cards. Okay. I don't know if you feel like something is weighing you down, or you feel like all right, there goes the King of Pentacles. All right, it could be finances. All right, and the Two of Swords. So that's the energy that you're going to be seeing a lot here. And like I told you, I don't leave no cards behind. The truth always comes out. All right, so it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, we got Pluto doing some transformations and changes. Okay, and of course, in the 11th house, your social life is being affected. All right, and your money. So that's what they're telling me here. All right. So the Ten of Wands is, of course, is releasing some kind of carrying the. You might be feeling like, yeah, you might be feeling like you're carrying the. You're not carrying the burdens here. No, you're carrying the weight. You might feel like something is weight, something is heavy. There's some stressful relation. The external energy could be just that. All right, on wanting to do something different. Because when there's so much, maybe the relationship. There was something here the reason why your relationship ended the way it did, or there could be a pause so you could do something here, because this is what, all right, when we go inward, right, when we take time, because not every thought or every feeling that you feel is yours. All right, a lot of time there's external, of course, if you look at the divine intervention, things happen, all right, unexpectedly. All right, so you can move you forward, because you need flexibility here. All right. You're a water sign, right? And you're all about to be fluid with your energy as you travel through those astral waters. All right. not getting carried by a lot of emotions. I'm going to explain that's Ten of Swords because a lot of people don't really understand this Ten of Swords because a lot of people don't understand. No, you got to understand the Eight of Swords, all right? This Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, what's going to lead you here, all right? Because you want a breakthrough, right? Right? So you got to understand what this card is telling you, all right? Because a lot of times we cannot, like, if we have these feelings, we cannot act on these feelings, all right? Or even if you're postponing something, but at least here, because the moon is here in the background, from a spiritual metaphysical perspective, the soul is connected to the cosmos in different ways. So depending on where the moon goes, you may be like, man, you might feel a strong pull to let connections develop naturally without trying to speed up their growth. All right. So that's why it's telling you. Maybe it's like authenticity over performance. So today, give yourself permission to let things unfold. Okay, let me see. Most of the time, I always go, yeah. Okay, so that's what it's telling you. Okay, because there's a strong affection, but the compromise is here, so you don't have to carry the weight. A relationship shouldn't limit you, your abilities, your strength, how to use your strength. But anyway, it affects your money emotionally. It affects your relationship to money, because the four, it's like I'm trying to stay guarded because I'm not jumping at every opportunity. You might miss opportunities, is what it's saying. Okay, so as you're moving forward, but the most important thing is compromises and making changes. Okay, and so here, this is the problem here. All right, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to talk to you about this card. All right. uh how can I have surrender? How can I have my personal power? And right, because I want to have personal power, because the wheel of fortune comes in and it's still moving, right? So I choose, and things happen. All right, because life is going to move anyway. You understand? But one thing about here that people don't really understand, and I think when you start seeing things from a high level of perspective, a little bit more educated, you start seeing, oh, so I know what this is. All right, because the King of Pentacles shows up here. Look, all right, and he's grounded emotionally. All right, and so anyway, so when we look at a frame of a house, right, the frame gives the house support, right? The frame gives you support. All right, there was a lack of support there. I don't know if it was from you or from them. All right, or moving. All right, you get. I want you to stay with me. All right, I'm gonna go back and forth. We got 21 votes, everybody. All right, everybody likes the dances of the heart. But anyway, when we have a house, it gives you support, right? But it's not the whole system. It's not the whole system. It's just the frame. It supports the house, right? But it's not the whole system. That's the same way structure supports your life, right? It shouldn't feel like a cage, all right? So you're not caged in, all right? You're not caged in here. The problem is that you can work around it if you find flexibility, okay? So structure is basically a framework that helps you stay organized, focused, and balanced here, okay? So there's a lack of balance here. I don't know if you feel like you got to pull up all the weight, all right, or to try to maintain a relationship. Okay, so you got to come on in and stay with me. I don't know if you're here or not. I'm feeling so much silence. All right. So one of the things, structure. One of the things here, when you see this card here, and I know that you guys are used to it. If I could use this differently, I will help you explain it, because I know you understand this ratchet. Oh, they gaslighting me. They're making me feel. If you get in a relationship, right, when you don't know where you stand, where the relationship is going, right, that's different. If you're dealing with somebody that's married, that's different. If you're dealing with somebody that you've been and they're trying to keep you in the dark about something, or it makes you feel like you're hopeless or whatever. I know how you understand. I know how you understand this card, but this is not the whole story to this card. All right, because we're talking about the mind, okay? And with the feeling, your mind starts to interpret things differently when you feel boxed in here, because you have too much structure. Although structure is healthy and it helps you stay grounded and it make progress, right? But when you have too much structure, you could start feeling limited instead of supportive. You understand? Look at here. All right. I want you to expand your frame. I want you to become more aware of what's really happening. Okay. Everything is not like that. I'm going to break this down so you can really understand in a more healthy way. All right. When we got too much structure here, and this goes way beyond when you even meet somebody, because it happens at the home. Because remember, you're bringing your perspectives, right? And those perspectives, they have what? Experiences, they have feelings, expectations, all right? They have values, fears, and they have hopes. And this is what this card speaks to me about. You understand me? So you have to go. You have to go through the whole layer and break this energy down. So anyway, when structure that could start to feel like, man, is this really keeping me trapped on anything in your life? All right, anything in your life. Let me tell you something. If you know the sign, I'm gonna give you the signs that you know that you have too much structure. When you feel anxious, when you feel guilty, okay, when your routine changes, when you have little room for spontaneity and joy, all right? When you're focusing more on checking off tasks than experiencing what? Life. You become frustrated when things don't go according to your plans, right? Or you avoid new opportunities because they don't fit your schedule. You got to understand this card. This is one of the most deepest card, all right? You might start feeling exhausted trying to keep everything perfectly organized, or you read, oh, right? And you rarely rest because every minute feels like I must be productive, all right? A helpful way to think about it is healthy structure, because this routine supports too much structure, says, right? Something's supposed to be supported, especially with Venus in the sixth house, okay? So when you think about structure, because healthy structure is going to tell you, right? This is supporting me, yes, right? This feels good. But when you have too much structure, it says I must follow this routine no matter what. I'm gonna stay routine. And then what happens with people they sense that in you. You understand? So this is what we got to cultivate a lot of creativity in our mind. We have to train ourselves. You got it? This is not what you think it is. When you deal with low level of people that are giving you nonsense, when you really break that down, it goes back to the mind, to the feeling. The feeling is in the mind. Your emotions live in the body, and your emotions are interpretations of those feelings that you have. When you start understanding that, start becoming more aware. Where in your life do you have room? I'm not going to deal with the ones that are dealing with toxic situations with married people that are stuck, or somebody that you came in with and now you feel like they gaslighting you, that they're making you look crazy, blah, blah, blah. I'm not dealing with that. If that's who you are, it's not here. I'll leave that for the ratchet videos, all right? I don't do that kind of energy here. My energy is to help you become more aware, because, again, when we're looking at perspective, you got to see it from their point of view at the end of the day. Each person brings their own experience, their own feelings, their own expectations. Look what the expectations, everything's down. Everything is so, I'm feeling like I'm caged in because of the values that I have. I haven't speak up. I'm suppressing my feelings. I have all these fears. I have all these hopes. And where are they now? All right. These swords are standing upright. All right. They're hitting the ground. When you hit the ground, you can't run because you got too much structure. All right. When two people can really experience an exact moment, but very differently, one partner thinks, oh, they need space, okay, because they're overwhelmed, and the others say, they're just pulling away because they don't care. They don't care. Those are both, of course, perspective, but neither are actually true. They're not automatically true. All right. And so what one thing about looking at things from different perspective and making compromises, it's gonna start seeing you. It's because new doors are gonna open for you, and you're gonna be more empathetic. You're gonna be more understanding instead of assuming. You understand? For the ones that want to stay in those low toxic states of consciousness, you want to understand it. You want to understand it. You take this a whole different level. When you start raising your consciousness and becoming more aware, because we're looking at the hidden parts, okay, of the mind that influence our thoughts and feelings. All right. So for those that want to learn, you learn. And those that want to get stuck in toxic levels because they think, oh, they doing this to me or they doing that. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But you allow that because you bring in your perspective and they bring in theirs. All right. So I understand this card very well. I live that card and I understand that card very well. Okay. So whatever you're doing here when it comes to structure, all right, you must learn right now, at the end of the day, Stop following so many routines. All right, that's one thing about the moon in Virgo, the Venus in Virgo, and Virgo is the house of routine. So Venus don't like being in the sixth house because it's routine. You know, one thing about Venus, she's exploration, she's pleasure, she's enjoyment. You understand? So whatever king or queen that you reflect in here, so you have to understand to have a balanced perspective. Can you see the card clearly? All right. When you create routine that nurture your well-being while staying flexible enough to respond, you have to learn how to respond to life changes, changing the needs, organize. But she also knows when to pause. Look. All right. Care for yourself to adapt. All right. So you check and say, okay, is my structure helping me? Right? This is in your overall life anyway, because you want to love. But I mean, when I get this energy, it's telling me something deep. All right. So when you start checking in on yourself, is my structure helping me feel more peaceful and capable, or is it making me feel constricted and stressed? All right. And in the essence, the second one, constricted and stressed. All right. It may be time for you to loosen the structure enough to make room for rest, creativity, and unexpected opportunities here. All right. Balance is not perfection. It's usually the goal, right? The goal is basically having balance, not perfection. And when you start to understand and structure, it's a plan or a system that gives your life order, direction. Okay. Do you wake up at the same time every day? Are you keeping a daily routine? Are you following work schedule? Are you setting healthy boundaries? Having a budget for your money? That's what they're telling you. So basically, your emotions are affecting your your money. Okay, if everything's fine, but if you want more, if you want, one thing I like about Saturn, Saturn gives you that discipline because Saturn helps you build it. Of course, Jupiter expands it. Okay, helps it grow, but nothing without Saturn. Saturn helps you build this. Okay. So you got to make room here, all right? For those of you that are not understanding, you'll be stuck in that routine, but that's what happens, okay? As soon as Venus moves into a different sector, it expresses itself different, all right? And so, yeah. Even right now, what are you sitting with now, all right? Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick break. Do you understand this? Do you understand the energy that you receive here or no? I'm going to ask that. Do you understand the way I explain things? Do you think you need one-on-one? Do you think you need more explanations? Comment down below. All right. My goal here is to help you deal with uncertainty. If you tell me what uncertainty you're sitting with right now, we could work this together. All right. And when we understand that we don't need full visibility to move, okay, you need to trust your inner light. Okay. And when you sit with uncertainty without rushing something, it shifts. And then your anxiety is going to soften. The nervous system is going to settle. All right. When that fragmented voice that you got inside is calm, that is when you get unity. All right. Becoming one. It's not fusion with somebody else's. Sometimes when people say becoming one or to become one, they mean merging with another person. But real oneness is internal coherence. It's the mind not fighting the heart, not fighting the desire, not the past, not fighting the present. It is alignment. You got to understand this. You understand me? I want you to get real with yourself. I mean, it's gonna take a while. Sometimes you don't get it right away. All right. But when your uncertainty arises here, all right. When uncertainty, because there's an uncertainty here. There's like I'm postponing a truth here. All right. Let's just say I'll give it to you without the explanation of the cosmic energy. I'll give it to you like that. When you need uncertainty, when uncertainty basically arises, because you need certainty at the end of the day, I don't need the answers right now. I need stability inside myself. This is what it's talking about. I need stability inside myself. All right. Then you're going to breathe for at least 60 seconds without solving anything. All right. That is how you build spiritual muscle. I'm surprised the Page of Pentacles didn't come out. All right. If you're heading for long-term commitment, I'm surprised that Page of Swords. All right. He's participating. There goes the Knight of Pentacles. He's participating. Even if it's boring, right? Stay consistent in your craft. All right. Learn how to build and believe in yourself at the end of the day. I mean, whatever you're dealing with here. All right. People don't know because they don't ask those questions. All right. So when you sit with uncertainty and you can become one, it's really about moving forward from the fragmented to integration. So you accept that uncertainty is not the enemy. All right. Uncertainty feels uncomfortable because the ego wants to control it. Okay. And it wants answers, timelines, guarantees. But uncertainty is the space before it forms. Okay. When you think of the fool, you know, it didn't come out. The fool is the one standing at the edge of the cliff. He's not the one. He's not certain. He's not certain, but okay. But he's whole. He moves anyway. Okay. He moves. All right. And what becoming one doesn't mean knowing everything. It means not splitting yourself into two when you don't know. All right. Instead of, what if it goes wrong? What if I choose wrong? What if I lose? You know, you shift to, I don't know, and I'm still here. And that's unity. You notice the split inside you. Uncertainty creates inner division. One part wants to move forward, and one part wants safety. One part wants love, and one part fears loss. All right. I here and I try to help you, especially on this energy and understand, help you understand where Venus is at. What does it do? How to sit with uncertainty, how to hold polarity, how to understand that we move through contrast. All right. Your soul evolves by experiencing contrast. Hey, Smiley. Hi, I'm doing good. All right. So it goes. Listen, at the end of the day, people gotta guide you. People gotta help you know what to be aware of. All right. So if you sitting with uncertainty, if you don't know, if you get frustrated, okay. Good morning. How are you? I'm doing good. All right, because this comes out over and over and over and over again. Okay, over and over and over again. So okay. So just release that. One thing I'm going to tell you right now. Stay in the body. Uncertainty lives in the. Remember that uncertainty. I'm going to explain this again. Uncertainty lives in the mind. All right. Oneness lives in the body. So slow your breathing. Feel your feet on the floor. Place a hand on your heart. Right now, this is the moment. I'm safe. Okay. You cannot become one in the future. You become one right now. You release the need to resolve immediately. Ego wants resolution, but your soul wants alignment. Uncertainty is a liminal space, okay, like the moon energy, but the moon didn't come out, right? So look at all these energy you got. I don't know what was behind here. The 4 cups, okay. What opportunities are you missing? Okay, what opportunities are you missing here? Okay, so just believe in yourself. All right. Okay. So that's basically between structure. Sometimes we have so much structure, and I didn't realize that until I was like, wow. So I did that. All right. I don't care who you with, your relationship with somebody else. All right. You build that structure, and then you say, even if let's just say that you with a married person. All right. You make them comfortable. You suppress. And then what happens is that you feel like, oh, I can't be without this person, or I'm not going to be able to find nobody else. And that's not true. All right. For those people that are trying to get away from third party relationships or dealing with a married person and blah, blah, blah. All right. You become accustomed. You make room for them. All right. Now you feel trapped. Now you get frustrated. Or even being in a relationship that gives you not a lot of room because there's so much structure. I got to keep this appointment. I got to do this. I got to do that. All right. Understand that you need flexibility. All right. And so, yeah. So understand a little bit of moon, what the moon is telling you, and love through 2 lenses. All right. The pain from the past relationships. Okay. Stop letting it quietly shape every thought, every connection. Okay. Stop letting it control. Because it's gonna go into guidance anyway. All right. I hope that helped you. Okay. You got intimacy. You got him, intimacy, bonding. And then it goes into an apology, sex, and a good time. All right. Work on your structures. We expand the frame so you don't get caught up. If you don't like a person, let them know now. I think this is just a sex and a good time. You hear me? All right. We both singles. Okay. Listen, we got well, I didn't give you the rest of this because I like when the energy first comes out. All right. Only geographically. Yeah, you're connected in spirit. You're connected energetically. That's what spirit represents anyway. we put so much layers on cosmic energy, on the unseen life force, on the invisible force. But when we start trusting that gravity, right, we find our center. We find that part of us that is whole, you know. Geographic, so they're in a different yeah, they're in a different place. All right, so when you look at invisible life force, gravity, you trust your own gravity is a basic it's just a poetic way to say trust the center of your being, the inner force that naturally pulls you towards what is true for you. Okay. And so the word gravity, of course, itself means weight, attraction, seriousness. In physics, gravity is a force that holds planets in orbit. In orbit, it represents force that keeps souls aligned with its truth. And your gravity is your inner center, just like planets orbit a star. Your life begins to organize itself. All right. And if you say, you know what, I go with the flow, all right, there's no reason that you can work through that. So be careful with your feelings and using them interchangeably with your emotions, because they are two different things. Your emotions are biological. They are part of you. They're not going anywhere. All right. So sometimes we have really high tide waves. The emotions are really high depending on what's going on. All right. Versus waxing, we go waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, and then we go waning gibbous and waning crescent. So you got to understand. At least study your moon phases. Okay. When you trust your gravity, you stop chasing external approval, and you move from inner instability, uh, and of course, the stability and opportunities that they are gonna lie naturally for you. All right. So something that has mass, you got to create enough mass. All right. All right. Next question. Your poll, everybody, 25 votes. All right. Good, good, good. Let's get this no addy here. Let's get this no addy here. I'm going to take a quick break. All right. I also have the Lover's Oracle. All right. I also have the Lover's Oracle. Let's get those votes in so I can get these readings out. Your vote counts. Your vote matters. Mystic Love. Love is a mystery. And when I come back, during the next person's question, I am going to talk about the mysteries of love. I'm going to talk about the mystery of love, emotion versus feeling. What is it? Right? What can I understand it? And I'm going to come back with that. It's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it. So grab a snack. Like what's her name? Yeah. Grab a little snack. Grab a little snack and come connect. Stay in the present moment. You don't want to miss this. All right? You don't want to miss what love has got to do. All right? It's got to do with it. What's love? What a second-hand emotion. It's second-hand emotion. One thing about I love her. She started doing I think she started doing Buddhism. Yeah, she started Buddhism and Hinduism, which they're closely related anyway. All right? So when we look at the mysteries of love, boy, oh boy, love hits you, comes in. You know, it's an energy flow. And then when we at the mercy of love, at the rhythm, the mysterious rhythm, when we look at that point to when love is no longer something you control, you schedule it, all right? It's something you move by. It's a feeling of surrendering to time and attraction, emotional ties, and invisible alignment. Somebody's got to, let me tell you something. You got to earn my surrender. You got to earn my surrender when it comes to love. I'm not just going to surrender to you. Stop surrendering to the wrong people, all right? Hey, Freya. Hey, River. Hiya. Just made a mellow. Feel like arrived just in time. Well, if you're here to learn about the mysteries of love and how when I get and learn the energy of love flow, all right, it's not something that you can schedule or control. All right, it just happens. Well, that's why a lot of people when they release, this is when love. Come on, you're waiting. You're holding on to what you release it. Release it. Have trust in the universe. You can't say I flow with the universe and you holding on there. You scared. All right, release that. Every thought, everything in your mind, release it. Let it go. Stop forcing the outcomes. You let connections unfold in its own timing, even when it's uncertain or inconvenient. All right, or love's got to be convenient. No, all right. This is where love feels mysterious because it doesn't obey logic. And one thing about the vulnerability side of it, you no longer feel fully steering that, and that can feel destabilizing, especially if you used to control, clarity, and predictability. And so we get emotional structure, okay? Anyway, I'll be right back. So comment down below. Come learn a little something. What is the mysteries of the flow? This invisible force. All right? This love. What can I schedule love? It just comes out of nowhere. All right? It's like that Cupid's arrow. All right? So let it release it. Or like when you manifest in love, when you're trying to call in love, all right, your soulmate, release it. All right? The universe will answer you. All right. Remember, interstellar vortex portal. The sun is taking us to higher dimensions, and you're not letting you're like, man, I want love, but I'm gonna stand here to see if it comes find me. All right. That means that you haven't released what's in your mind. All right. Thoughts will come to your mind. I've been thinking about my own protection. It's made me feel this way. Man, what happened to do? What's love's got to do? It's got to do with it. Woo, woo, woo. What's love but a second-hand emotion? I've been thinking about my own protection. What's love? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? All right, that's enough singing. I got it water. All right, let's talk about the love's mystery. I love talking about the mysteries of love. What up, y'all? Happy Friday. We got the lovers' oracles in the house. We got mystic love. What is love? Why do I feel this way? When you touch me, remember that your emotions live in the body. They are biological. They are your instincts. There's your subconscious. They're all your patterns, your feelings, your expectations, your hopes, and your fears is all intertwined into this beautiful cosmic conscious. From your perspective, anyway. All right, let me fix this. Who has a question? We have 25 votes. Come on in, people. Come vote. All right. Let's go. Let's roll it. It is Friday. We got Moon and, of course, Sagittarius. And then we have this Venus and Virgo. Actions rather than words. I want actions, damn it. I want the truth. Anyway, if you find yourself paying attention to the little details and how can I move this energy forward? What can I expect in August? Well, I like that. See, everybody have expectations. Okay, I like that. We're gonna see your near future and near future possibilities and guidance. That's it. That's where I'm at. I'm going to be coming a lot with polls so I could get this out for you guys, for the ones that vote. And so that's how the readings are going to go. The ones that voted, you guys voted, you get it. And then just learn how to work through these challenges, okay? Because they are part of us. They're not going anywhere. All right? The more you learn, the less challenges. All right? You know, when challenges are met with greater confidence and resilience rather than uncertainty, you have better outcomes. It's just that simple. All right. Let me see. Smiley, I need to make a grub gunpowder. Let me see. Potassium, chicken, sulfur, charcoal is needed to make. Get out of here, dum dum. Get him out of here. Get out of here. Oh, you heard me? Jasper 7-3. You heard me, Ernest? Ernest Jasper. Ernesto, you heard me? Man, I need a little pickle juice. If I had pickle juice, I would have went in. I was doing my howling. I can't wait till that full moon. Calling the tribe. Like they say in Training Day, in order to catch the wolf, you gotta become the wolf, man. All right? Stop getting caught up with all these phrases and people don't know what the wolf is all about. All right? They make the wolf seem so bad. Stop it. Stop it. Stop with the nonsense. Oh my God, I'm scared of wolf. It's just like sharks, all right? They put all this dramatic music. And if you don't bother sharks, they're not going to bother you. You know, they don't even like you. All right? Get out of their way. Like they say, if you swim with sharks, you're gonna get bitten. All right. So will Dinesh be fine? Will Dinesh be fine if I stop messaging him? I'll find out in a minute. Let me go ahead here. Gio, my best to you, Smiley. You're here, and you said to me, what was the question? You're welcome, G. You're welcome, Cancer. Can I expect? Oh, what can you expect? See, this is the thing about expectations. The bottom line is, what do you require? What are your desires? It's different. What are your desires? I require, you know? I mean, I'll look at your near future possibilities because it's only your possibilities, and then I'll give you the guidance because they'll go straight into guidance. All right, let me go ahead with you didn't ask me love. Is it love? What it is that you want? You got to be specific, you know? I mean, how are you doing? Are you devoting some time? Are you surrendering? Are you building structure? Are you praying? Are you crying? Are you questioning? Are you confessing? All right. Are you having an intimate? Are you going into your inner room? What are you doing? All right. You gotta be seen, heard. You gotta stand out. You gotta shoot. You gotta get that throat chakra. You gotta say, man, I require this. I have all these desires, the intentions. Intentions need sound, frequency, and vibration, thought, alignment. Come on, come on, come on. Right here, I'm gonna give you courage and strength right there. All right. One more courage. You just need some self-confidence right now to keep going. So it's like the 9 of Wands or the 7 of Wands. You got self-esteem issues, and then your friends. It's all friends influencing, working on your self-esteem, your insecurities, building confidence, having courage. All right. So here, strength, courage, believing in yourself. How do I believe in myself? I'm gonna give you a believe in myself. I'm gonna give you a little bit believe in myself. Okay. It takes strength, real courage, strength when you start believing in yourself and working on your insecurities here, when it comes to love, relationships. All right. Right there. Look, believe in yourself. I'm gonna give you some believe in yourself. I'm gonna go down the list because that's my big. I stopped talking about it. I just come in. Faith. You could have a vision about something, but without courage, vision without courage has nothing. And then you could have hope, but if you don't have faith that these things are gonna happen, that you're gonna see them come to pass, they definitely lose its power. Right? You be intentional. I move with intention, precision. All right. And this Virgo energy, of course, when it comes to Venus, and the pentacle comes out. All right. It's the warmer side, the giving and receiving. It's me making this dance with the universe. I'm part of something so divine. But anyway, you got friends influencing. Like everybody has this friends. What works for your friends, it works for your friend. It's not for everybody. All right. It doesn't work for everybody. But anyway, let's go ahead here. So Oh, G said he loves your question. Okay, let's go ahead. And then I'm gonna talk about the mysteries of love. Let's go ahead here. Smiley. Happy July to me, 24th. Let's go ahead. And listen, this is you're gonna say what is love? Uh I'm gonna look at your desires. But I mean it goes to that. What can you expect? When you get to that 7, you could expect evaluation. When you get to that moon, you could expect your shadows. You could expect your shadows to come out, and you're not gonna know them because they act. They act. You're not gonna know them, and so working on your shadows is what I. One more, all right. You got this exploratory kind of growth, kind of optimism energy with the moon waxing in Sagittarius. Okay, that is just preparing and building momentum before the full moon. So releasing, all right? This is all about making adjustments and staying committed to your goals, all right? Let's go one more for you. One more. Future possibilities, near future for you. Somebody, one more. One more. One more. Wow. One more. Wow, one more. And thank you. Okay, this is like, nope. No, my God, what's going on? Sheesh. One more. Now, one of the things are quiet. All right. So you got a nice trio here. All right. So you could expect somebody from the past. All right. You could get, I mean, what happened here? Because you got somebody from the past that you probably see, love requires vulnerability. And if you make fun of people, you know, a lot of people that don't like to be vulnerable, all right, they put on the, I'm surprised that the wearing mask. All right. So compassion, emotional. So something resurfaces from the past. So this is a second chance at love. All right. So today for you, when it comes to love or making adjustments here, making. But the thing is that I don't like about it because there's somebody that's very high demanding. I don't want. The cars don't want. Yeah, only because there's something here that needs to be addressed. All right, because here you got an apology coming in because the Knight of Cups is when it comes to this person showing up. All right, I knew this was. Oh my God, look at this. See, 7 of Wands or 9 of Wands. Let me see. All right. So something might make you very happy in August, but be prepared because this is going to be unexpected. All right. It could be an invitation to go out. It could be the wake up call, because what's going to happen in August, we're going to have I believe so. Yeah, we're going to basically first of all, Venus goes into the seventh house, and that is all about judgment, justice card. All right. A past comes back in, say, hey, I want to reconnect with you. Do you open up emotionally? Do you stay guarded? Because the seven sits between the six. Of course, we know that because everything's sequential. It sits between the sixth and the seventh, right? I mean, the seventh and the eighth. So once you're sure, like, don't make no decisions based on big grand gestures because this might not follow through. You understand me? So that's why. So if things are quiet now, you could expect anything in August because the judgment is all about, because we're having this eclipse in August. I don't know the time yet. I'm gonna come in with that information maybe on Monday. All right, so I'm getting closer to August, so I could keep the rhythm going, so I could let you know, hey, this eclipse is gonna happen, and it's like, oh, I realized that I love you. Somebody might come back. We have Mercury also going direct in the on the seventh, so it's very important to understand the wake up call. Something comes back. Do you push it away? You already know the 7 of Wands. Something I like. Okay, I want something. I got victory, and now I want to keep you. All right. Do you push it away? Do you react too late? Do you wait things to be perfect? Like, you don't have to wait to things to be perfect. Okay. You don't have to hold your ground. The ground will hold you. All right. I didn't see the 8 here, and of course, you don't have to wait till things be perfect. Okay. You got a King of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. All right. It could be even a parent, huh? It could be even a parent from the past, okay? You got a dad. It could be even a dad that comes back. Hey, question, will I win a scratch off? Oh, you won? Oh, more in August. I've been feeling, oh, that's nice. Nice, nice. I love that, Jazz. I love that. Keep that energy going. This is what Venus, of course, it favors in the 6th house, all right? And it's going to help you organize with that. Yeah, so absolutely, especially with Venus. And depending on where your Jupiter's at too. All right. If you got a strong Jupiter. All right. It touches whatever. Like, if you're not reckless with your money, it enhances it. But everybody gets, I'll say play on the lottery on about 8, 9 o'clock on Thursdays. Thursdays is a good 8, 1 p.m. like that, when you want to play, and you come back and tell me if you didn't hit it. Wow, Jazz, that's the energy. So anyway, you got something unexpected is gonna happen. You're not gonna be prepared for it, so be mindful of that. All right, and this comes out of nowhere, and basically, you're gonna push it away. So don't let stubbornness and the hurt from the past stop you. All right. And so yeah, so this is what the 7 of Wands is all about. Don't wait till things, because you might be like, man, because this is pressure points here. Anytime that you get to the 7, it's all about evaluating. Can you stand your ground? Not hold it. Can you stand the ground? The ground is going to move with you either way. All right. Thank you. I receive. Yeah. Just remember that Thursday's the best day. Between 8 and 9 o'clock, 1 p.m. I'm going to put the dates when I find it, because I had it before and I lost it. The dates for Jupiter when you play. The chances of hitting it. And a lot of people, when I stand in the line, when I play here and there, a little bit here and there, and I do a lot of manifestations with the moon, so I'm always hitting with the moon. So I wait like 3 days before the full moon goes in, and I start manifesting. When I get there, I win automatically. So I'll teach that. I got a lot of stuff set up for the channel, but my main focus is so you can learn your emotions. All right. When you look at the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, it's maintain your victory. All right. Because remember that once you learn how to trust yourself, once you stand your ground, things begin to move forward for you. All right. So the 7 of Wands is like a checkpoint. Okay, this checking, can you stand? All right. Can you keep confidence when you're no longer being applauded? All right. So you're passing the test here at the end of the day. That means life will never challenge you again. It means that you've developed stronger foundation now. Okay. So your future challenges are met with greater confidence and resilience than uncertainty. Okay. So this is not certainty. All right. Let me see. Okay. So anything. All right. So remember the sequences of the suits. You didn't get the 6. You went straight to the 9. All right, and this could be what is it called, on cloud 9 moment. That means feeling extremely happy, joyful, elated. When someone is on cloud 9, they may feel overjoyed, excited, blissful. All that energy, like everything is going wonderfully. Wow, and that could cause. And listen, even when things are, let me tell you something. Even when things are going so beautiful, it could cause insecurity because you be like, "What's happening?" Even when you get so much right, you could have a lot of people coming at you. You understand me? Even those things cause insecurity. All right? Or you might have friends that become lovers. I don't know here, but this is something from the past. All right? Something from the past that needs your attention. All right? And this is just to be about you be honest with yourself what you really want and how to set boundaries here because we all have boundary challenge because we don't want to offend nobody. We want to see the best, of course, outcome in anybody, the goodness in people. All right. But this could be a very high. So just watch how you dress, just the way you dress, the way you present yourself. The judgment is all about everything. Is like first appearances is everything. All right. So this might catch you by surprise. Like you don't have to be perfect, but be prepared enough. You understand me? I don't know if you're a person that walks around with all your bag full of all these different items because you're ready for the. You know what I mean? It's like a person that could turn everything around quickly. All right. Let's say you're walking around and your hair's not done. You could go into a bathroom and change your hair, put some makeup on. You know what I mean? That. Okay, but this is all about the past anyway. All right. So anyway, even when you feel like you're on cloud nine, everything's going well, you be like, wow, I'm not used to this. All right, because look, the moon will cost you. All right, and the moon's always gonna come out. So you're ready here for love. All right, you don't have to wait to be it's perfect. All right, and when you understand a little bit of the hidden parts of the mind that influences your thoughts and your beliefs, because you might think, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can't measure, or whatever it is that you feel here. Because this card, a very high state of happiness here, very satisfied at the end of the day. Even those things could cause us insecurities. All right, because remember when you get the moon from a spiritual or a metaphysical perspective, I always got to keep that in mind. All right, not from that perspective. Okay, the soul is all about the receptive nature and the emotional self, and when she comes out here, right, it wants you. There's a split here. All right, so you have to bring your mind and your heart into agreement here. All right, so when you look at a part of you that's something bigger than yourself, because symbolically the moon moves through its phases, and so do we. So some days you might like you might want to shine and be out and have all this applause, yay, good, blah 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 blah. All right, but when we're the moon, we're called to rest, reflect, and listen. All right, so when the moon comes out in the reverse there, not everything is gonna be like really really high, like like a fanfare. It's not gonna feel like explosive kind of love, right? And especially with Venus in Virgo. Okay, yeah, the moon is of course is in Sagittarius. It's all about remaining of course truth, not only truthful but adventure and optimism. Okay, I decide for truth. I want growth. I want truth. So that's what's bringing this a lot of these questions, and you might not be aware of it. All right, but if you go into the subconscious, the hidden part of the mind, all right, that's where your instincts and your memories are. Because I also seen the 6 of Cups when I was lifting these cards up. All right, there it goes. All right, so all right. Remember that your soul is a part of a greater universal consciousness. All right. And the universe reflects the same creative intelligence that exists within you. It's part of a larger cosmic journey of learning, exploring, and truth. Once you start to understand that, you want to know more. Like I want to be educated when it comes to love. Okay. Although love has no schedule, right? You can control its mystery. All right. I hope that helped you here. Um, and forgiveness, it's important to forgive. All right. If this person, somebody comes with an apology or somebody comes, but don't be impressed by big emotional displays of affection. All right. Because this could happen in the full moon. Okay. So have courage here. Just courage. Build confidence there if you don't have any confidence. Okay. But you do got a King of Pentacles. Okay. It could be a dad. It could be a dad or your relationship with your dad. All right. 16 Juba. Okay. 16. Did you hear the message? All right. So yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about the moon. What does it mean? The split. All right. Is this thing in alignment with you? How to have healthier relationships? How to look at other people's perspective? Right. Sitting with uncertainty. We don't want to sit with it because the ego wants now. It wants predictability. It wants reassurance. Why this person left? Why are you coming back now? Why you didn't protect the relationship? What is happening? Don't start questioning everything. Don't start doing that. Why this person left or what? Why are you coming back now? Understand from their perspective. All right. And when you start understanding and you invite, remember it's from your own point of view. Who is telling the story. So just to understand that relationships require understanding. It's not deciding who's right or wrong. It's about understanding where each person is coming from. So you can work towards the same goals together. You want to be able to work towards the same goals together. All right? Surrender, surrender. You stop forcing outcomes. All right? Remember that the moon is always waxing and waning. So when you understand the tension between the inner calm and trust your emotional regulation, the moments where control dissolves, something larger of you takes over anyway. Like the emotional tide you can feel, but not commanded. All right. And so being at the mercy of love doesn't have to be powerless. Letting time and reveal what forcing would distort it. Allow attraction to show its real shape over time. Trusting what remains. Consistency is what it's all about now. Even when feelings fluctuate. All right. Are you being carried by love or are you carried by the uncertainty about love? The uncertainty about love. All right. Oh, I didn't come here to get educated. Well, then you're in the wrong channel. You don't want to stay too shallow here. All right. I leave understanding that we all go that at the end of the day, love is a path to a spiritual awakening. That you could guarantee. If you learn anything here, and I'm not trying to kill the magic if you're young. Go ahead and still learn. If you're 18, 16, 21, 30, even 35, even if you're 40, you're still learning. Okay. You might have a long way to go. Okay. For those who want, I don't care if you're young or if you have this open mind. All right. If you are trying to expand the frame, your higher mind, if you're trying to get closer to the truth, then it's for you. If not, if you're still living in the in the fantasy and you don't want it to collapse because you don't want to choose, and you make it more harder on yourself. Okay, because love is a spiritual path to awaken. All right, and love is a balance of opposites. Okay, and so part of love mystery is learning how opposites coexist without breaking the bond. You could coexist without breaking the bond. Remember that love holds paradoxes. All right, when you get that strength card, all right, it's vulnerability and strength, freedom and commitment, desire and surrender, joy and pain. You're gonna have love as a teacher. Love reflects our truth back to us. Okay, it shows our wound and our shadows. It reveals our deepest values, and it also teaches patience, forgiveness, and courage. It teaches us. All right. Love is a mirror of your soul, and it shows you who you are, what you value, where your healing is needed. Yet it cannot be fully tamed. You cannot tame love. All right? Surrender, go to the mystery of love. Surrender to it. Okay, this is my fate. Okay, let me see where it takes me. Stop asking all these questions. All right? You understand me? You cannot. Love is a path to spiritual awakening. Love cannot be fully tamed because if one thing about it is a force. and a mystery because it flows through life in ways that cannot be fully predicted or controlled, and because it contains opposites. It resists, all right, it resists rigid control. So if you try to tame it, you're going to often suppress what is making it real. Love is alive. Love is a beautiful force. And when you start, oh wow, let me let it, man, you're gonna want to run to love faster, and you release it, and you're not gonna worry about the outcome. You're saved, you're protected in this world. Everything is working for your betterment, all right? And like under, I could go real poetic. It's like a river. It moves, it grows, and changes as people change. It doesn't follow rules or schedules. It cannot be forced into someone else's expectations. Trying to tame love is like trying to stop the wind from blowing. It may appear still, but the energy is still there. Atoms, everything has atoms, right? And we look at the molecules of our blood. All right. Love is a choice and a mystery, a choice, because even when we decide to nurture it, all right, respect and commit, all right, we do that. And even when we do that, we cannot control how love flows, grows, and changes. All right. True love honors both the known and the unknown, the seen and the seen. Excuse me. All right. Love exposes hidden truths, our fears, our attachments, our patterns. The heart learns to dance with uncertainty, and in that dance, the deepest growth occurs. You want to grow, right? You want to expand. It cannot be tamed because it mirrors who we truly are. And if we were to tame the growth and self-awareness it offers, that would vanish. Love transcends ego. Ego wants to possess, to control, to define love. True love, however, it flows naturally. It respects freedom and it honors individuality. When we try to tame love, we're usually trying to make it fit our own ego's plan. Okay, not the soul's journey. All right. Love's untamable nature. It is a gift. It teaches patience, surrender, courage, trust, and it shows us tension between what we want and what is truly for us. All right. Once you learn the mysteries of love, all right, and it's a beautiful force. And love is, of course, when you see that when you see that judgment card, because love is often misunderstood as a constant intensity, you know. Uh, but of course, there comes time when love is quieter, when you just check in, when it's patient, when it's honesty, when it repairs after conflict, all right? And so what is remembering someone's heart, making space for another person's humanity, for that. You want to work with that, all right? And love exists in many forms: romantic love, friendship, family bonds, spiritual love, self-respect, your love, compassion for life itself. Love is the energy that says your existence matters to me. And a healthy love, of course, acts without needing to destroy myself or control you. The balance is what makes love both powerful and healing. So it hurts and it heals, okay? And so, yeah. So just learn a little bit of mysteries of love and the misunderstanding. It doesn't have to be so intense. Yeah, I like a lot of chemistry. I like that. That's why that card always comes out. Why night stand? Good. People rather run through that. All right. And when we look at love, it's a deep force of connection that moves us beyond survival and into meaning. At its core, love is not just a feeling. It's a way of relating, a willingness to care, to understand, to protect, to nurture, to see another person's perspective and still remain present. All right. I don't agree with you, but man, I don't know. I don't agree with this. Oh, man. Why can't you see things my way? Because no two people have the same perspective. Okay. And so, of course, when we look at feelings, that could spark love, but love itself is also shown through choices, attention, consistency, and truth. Real love usually contains a balance of emotion, affection, warmth, attraction, trust, emotional safety, devotion, staying engaged through difficulty, freedom, not from controlling or possessing, growth. Is going to help you to expand. It's not going to help you to shrink. All right. So that if you're looking for love, it's not going to help you to shrink. It's going to do both. All right. When we look at love as a life force, because of course a lot of traditions understand the breath of life and love. Those are connected. All right. And so when we look at gravity, all right, it's the soul. It pulls you, to each other. So this is why I always use trust your gravitational pull, because love creates movement. Love pushes us to create family, build communities, to protect what we really care about. All right, to grow beyond fear and forgive. Without love, life becomes mechanical. With love, it becomes meaningful and alive. All right. So when we look at the life force, the aspect of love is often associated with planets like Venus, attraction, harmony, and affection, and that's all happening in Virgo. Okay. And when the energy is in Virgo, the love says, refine your heart, keep going, with the wax and gibeus. All right. You're closer than you think. One thing about Venus and Virgo is actions rather than words. So if they're not keeping their promise, like you can make any promises, but man, it's not, something ain't right. Focus on improving your relationships through honesty and consistency, but of course, pay attention to the little details. All right, those matter. Pay attention to your person's details. They might not be saying it, but just pay attention to that. All right. And of course, this is a great time, of course, to organization, finances, budgets, your work routines, okay? Your beauty, all right? Lean towards simplicity, natural. You don't need that pound of makeup on, all right? You don't need that pound of makeup on. Too much makeup, too much foundation. For what? All right? You don't need that pound cake, all that pound cake. All right? Simplicity. Anyway, so when you understand love, the force, the aspect of love, it is shown through Venus, all right? And of course, Mars, all right? So each energy, each planet is a different dimension of you. You experience this through your consciousness, all right? And then physically, the earth is the physical part of you that gets to experience this, all right? And so, yeah. So when you understand Mars, passion, drive, vitality, and when those energies work together, love becomes what? Both tender and powerful. You need it. A force that ignites action and connection. All right. So that's one of the paradoxes of love. All right, because love is powerful because it does two things at once. It connects us deeply to others, and it awakens us to our soul. And that's why people often say, "Wow, love feels bigger than wow." When they get that, when they really understand love, that is the breath of life within me. So let love move through your heart, let that force, touch you. You become alive. Let it touch you. You haven't let it touch you. You're really running on earth energy. All right. Stop holding on to your love. Stop holding on to it. You're here, the bodies of the earth. Experience it. All right. So yeah, this inspiration lives in the wands. Okay, nothing starts with inspiration. And of course, love touches your identity. If you secretly believe I'm not enough, I'll be abandoned. Okay, I have to earn love. One of the most important things is that that love exposes egos, right? Because ego's gonna try to protect you by pushing away, clinging, acting indifferent or becoming defensive, okay? But when you find your center, you get that emotional mastery. And so because the ego, of course, activates the activation of the ego, all right? It doesn't mean that love is not real. It activates the ego. It doesn't mean that love isn't real. Like it means that it was real enough that you touch somebody's defense, all right? And so, and again, when we get the moon, strong love surfaces hidden fears. All right, look, we go back. It surfaces hidden fears. All right. Whew. All right. I'm gonna take another quick break. I'll be right back so we can keep talking about movement, love, the life force. What is it teaching me? What are my expectations? All right. What is my expectations about love? All right. And this is the whole story here. All right. The Queen of Swords, she wants clarity. She wants truth. She feels deeply, but sometimes we learn how to protect ourselves. And when we try to use our own rational civic state of mind, which is great, you use your discernment. But too much expectations on love, you can expect anything. All right. When love activates your ego, it doesn't feel, like more like fear. You lose control. You fear not being chosen, or you got a fear of, something that is trying to protect you. Your ego, of course, because your ego is going to want to protect you from, all these things that are not even true. And you weren't able to enjoy love, You have to understand a little bit of your ego, because love threatens the ego, because the ego's job is simply to protect your identity and maintain control to avoid pain. So love does the opposite. Love, what does it exposes what the ego actually is trying to do, right? Because what it isn't evil. It's a part of you that says, this is who I am, this is who I'm treated, and this is what I deserve. I need to feel safe, and it builds identity, but love challenges identity. All right, and why love triggers the ego, because love creates vulnerability, and when you love someone and you care about their opinion, okay, you care if they stay or they leave. You understand? All right, I'll be right back. Let's vote in. Let's vote in. We got 42 votes. Come on, guys. I gotta get these out next week. You versus them. For those for those through the lens of two hearts. Okay, I want you to start looking at things a little deeper, right? And just enjoy love. Stop trying to define love. If it's gonna come. Okay. Remember that ego's rooted on being strong. All right. And of course, love threatens control. Ego likes control. So love requires surrender. All right. You cannot force no one to feel, to stay, or to choose, or to be loyal. Okay. You cannot choose nobody to be loyal, to stay. All right. Remember, of course, the lack of control activates jealousy, possessiveness, pride, testing behavior. Love mirrors you. Relationships reflect your wounds, insecurities, attachment style, your shadows. So when those are triggered, ego steps in to defend you. I'm going to defend you. I'm going to defend you. So you have to have some level of surrender. All right? Woo! Yeah, you live long enough, you'll be like, wait a minute. I'm confused by love. What is it? Listen, man, step into that. Step into it, baby. Hey, you got that. Listen, I'm about to surrender, man. All right, I'm ready for another round. I'll be right back. Let me get a little something to eat. I got a little hungry. Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know things. I gotta go give me some York. Now, Mace wanna see you and man doing good. I wanna get rich in the hood. Girl, them eyes are bad. Let me do my thing so we be established. And I don't want to walk in this kind, man. I don't want to give you cannabis so you feel you're a rabbit. I'm gonna eat a little something. Raisin Bran. How many likes Raisin Bran? You gotta know the mystery. Once you know about love, you be like, oh yeah, I'm ready for the next. I know it's gonna hurt. Ooh, it's gonna hurt. Go with the next question. All right, Ernest. Will Dinesh be fine if I stop messaging him? Oh yeah, I'll find out. I'm eating breakfast. I ain't think I was gonna stay here that long. We're avoiding a 43. Come on, guys. If you want to become a member for free, go ahead. I made a mistake on on the luminaries when I was doing my when I was taking care of all the paper, all those stuff. It's not $39.99. I think I hit that by accident. If you want to go and become a member, we got $4.99, $3.99. I want to get these classes going, guys. Go ahead and become a member. I want to see you guys. Because after that, I think I cleared some karma, so they're good. Hey, you cleared some karma? All right. So you shouldn't be getting the infinity loop. Because it's tied to your karmic, of course, when it comes to love. You know, something feels faded, deja vu. All right? The energy is old. The energy is old. You got to release the energy. It's old. All right? Tell me just exactly how you release, all right? You release something. All right? The loop ends when the lesson is learned, or you learn the lesson and you release or you probably did some work. You did some work. You get back to your community. I tell people that when you get the Page of Pentacles, do something in your community. Do something anonymously. Help it. You don't have to go rearrange your life, your whole lifestyle. All you got to do, God will put you in places. This incredible, beautiful, it'll put you in places. It'll send people to you. All right? You'll know when to donate, when to give. You know when to do it. What did you do? Yeah, you did that, right? Yeah. This is one way of clearing your karma. All right? You don't have to go and rearrange your whole life, change your whole lifestyle. You don't have to do that. People get so overwhelmed. Oh my God, am I giving enough? Believe me, when they did, they'll show you, hey, this is the person. All right? I might get that like 3 days out of the week. And I know exactly, I don't have to go before. Even your TV shows. There's a lot of TV shows. When you watch TV, the commercial, listen to that. That's another message. Donate to that. $10, $20 a month. All right? You can donate $20 a month. Look at your budget. Look at where your money's going. Okay, I'm going to donate to that for a year and stick to that. Maybe two. Maybe you could do $50. Maybe you could do 40. Even if you could do 10, it's going to come back to you. All right? You went back? All right. Go ahead. We're going to come back, fool. Wait, what happened to all the water? Love, I wish I could sing today. That romantic feeling. Nice, calm, and steady, baby. Because once Venus goes into the 7th house, it's collecting, baby. It's going to get flooded up in here. He's going to be like, what happened? Everything was going great. You didn't communicate. That energy is not available now. I give anything to please you. All right. All right. I'm in my private room. I turn one room into, it's a prayer room, affirmation room, nightly praise reflection room, and tarot room. The space is more cozy. All right, let's go ahead with you. All right. We'll go back to love, and we'll go back to the moon, and we'll go back around. Can you see what karma we clear? All right. Hey, Rage, what's up? Yeah, I'll see it. Let's go ahead to are you still here? Let's go vote. Come on, vote. Yes or no? We're down to 23% with the no. Let's get that no out of there. Come on, at least I want 50, 60. Let's try to do 60. Well, how many hours I've been here now? 1.5. Come vote, you guys. Come vote. Become a member. We got super thanks. I enable them. I know a lot of you guys probably don't like to use your super chat, super thanks. It's all there for your liking. Become a member for free. Trials are available. I need to get some channel members going so I could see you privately. I could start doing videos. All right, let's go ahead. Where is she at again? You voted? All right, thank you. All right, 46. Come on, guys. Let's vote. This is a big one here. Two hearts perspective. The dance of the hearts. The heart one wants one thing and the other one, where are you? All right, so you can move forward. Move forward. If not, do you fight for this connection? How long do I stay open? All right. It's gradually, it doesn't get resolved within a year. Then I say, well, do you wait? At least know where Venus is at. I think that's what Venus, Mars, of course, Jupiter. They all bring a different energy to you. What helps you build, what helps you grow, expand, blessings. You get it all. You get a good package. And you say, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you got to understand. All right. Just understanding is very important. Where was she at? What's the young lady that asked me? Wait. Oh, okay. Jasper with Dinesh. Dinesh be fine if I stop mentioning him. Let's replace that pin. Let's go ahead. Let's go down. Go down. Come on, guys. Come vote. Vote it out. Gotta get this energy moving. This is the third. Is this the third? Oh, Steph. Hey, Steph. I gotta write the names down. I gotta write the names down. And whoever wants to be a moderator that is serious moderators, you don't have to be when I'm live. If you have the time, great. Sunday I will be as soon as I get started Sunday's live. Do you want the heart to heart with the divine energy readings? Okay, and that is a little more serious. I'll teach today about prayer, communicating with the divine. What does it mean? You know, how to get in alignment. How do you understand? To understand if you miss alignment, okay, it could be timing, okay. It could be the split internally. I always see here with the 501s, all right. Somebody hasn't chosen a center yet. Too much. A lot of times you think it's outside. It could be, yeah, of course. I mean, let's be realistic. People got other people. We already know that. If you meet somebody, oh, they got the 501s, oh, it's a competition. Nobody wants to feel like they're in competition for you. All right, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. We already know. We see that 501s. We see that 301s. I mean, of course, cups. We already know it's a problem. We already know. Oh, man. We could work through the 5 of swords. I mean, it's kind of hectic, too. But my goodness, the 501s, other people. All right, there we go. You got the King of Cups. This card's going to keep coming out. So I might as well leave it out. All right. Pushing love away. One more. He's pushing you away. He's telling you to go away. Let's see. We get the Fool. So he's keeping he's standing on his convictions. All right. One more. Thank you. One more. Thank you. One more. Thank you. You know, how old is he? Because somebody's looking for maturity. All right. Yes. There goes the Fool. All right. He's looking. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. He's looking for maturity. I would have seen this with this energy. All right. Sometimes the problem with your person, sometimes they feel inspired. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they want to take action. Sometimes they don't. They really want, they between these two energy here. All right. Yeah, they between this energy, all right. Because when you get the Fool, you get chaos because there's no you know, the tribe, the leaders. Somebody has to keep things organized in order. So this is between freedom and, you know, finding my own identity outside the relationship, right? I feel like motivated, but then don't. But you know, okay. So the Temperance is a kind of a high vibrational energy, something that's I want something calm, something different. All right. No, it's not hot and cold. I want you to get out of that energy. See? Don't no hot and cold. Stop doing hot and cold. It's not you got to understand a human being. All right, this is about between freedom, my individual. I want to have free. Look, when you're in a relationship, you got to go beyond the hot and cold. Stop, get away from that. Please don't bring that here. I know where you guys get all that mess. No, we don't. I don't entertain that hot and cold. If you come here, you're gonna see hot and cold. You're gonna come back. And I'm not even gonna answer your question. All right, I want you to expand the frame. When we're talking about the moon that's currently right now, it is in Sagittarius. It is the waxy and gibbous, you know. It's all about refining, preparing, and building momentum here. All right, it's here. It is here. But when the Fool steps in, all right, things could take a different direction because somebody says, you know what? I'm gonna go away. I do like you as a friend, but I don't really feel like forming a long-term relationship because they might not be ready. They might still want to be exploring. All right, this person is very popular, right? And so they go between those two. They want freedom, but their freedom gives chaos, and you know what I mean. And then they want like commitment, but it's like it's not hot and cold. It's that's the way they handle every relationship because of past experiences. You understand me? Where are you at? All right, you got to understand. I mean, this is the grandstand pride of the Fool, because love. This is here. All right, it's protecting their identity. All right, I gotta go deeper than that. You know, to maintain control. They're trying to maintain control. All right, but love is doing the opposite. It's giving it's exposing something. All right. Although the Temperance is all about balance and reciprocity, and of course having of somebody that's, you know, calm. But I don't know if they could sit with that. I don't think they could sit with that long enough. Is this person older than you? All right. Is that they haven't found an identity yet. It's an identity crisis here. All right. Uh, and so the Three of Pentacles in reverse is talking. There's somebody talks or somebody makes promises. I don't even think this person could keep their own promises. They want freedom, but then they want. It's like if you want love, if you want a love that's calm and that's still got a lot of spark, of course, because nothing starts without creativity, spark. You know, if you want that kind of love, you can't be running to somebody that is careless with with the person's heart. All right. So I want something that's calm, but that's always also gonna give me this warmth. I want something liberated. They don't know what they want, basically. All right. You understand? You can't keep running to chaos if you try to a love that's calm. Let's just say this is you. If you want reciprocity, this is it's not that it's not gonna happen now, not at this present moment, because this person got to find themselves. They go between freedom and commitment. Maybe they don't want the commitment. They don't want the marriage. All right. They don't want to put in the effort. You understand? Because this is all about collaborating, teamwork. When you see this energy, the Three of Pentacles should feel like I want to work with a relationship. I want to work towards a relationship. I want to find compromises and making changes here with Three of Pentacles and this energy. Look at this. All right. Now I didn't give them to you in I didn't name them. All right, but you could just clearly see what's happening. All right. When love trigger egos, it creates vulnerability, and they're probably afraid of being vulnerable. So they might push you away because of that. All right. It could have been unexpectedly came to them like love. Man, I realized that I love you, but I still want to do my own thing. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff with no safety. All right. Do you go towards it? I don't know, and so yeah, so where are you now? 78, 77. Come on, guys, we want to try to push this out of the way. All right. So there's a lack of control here, with your person, because they're trying to protect identity here because of this, right? That the love, they might not show it, and I don't even think they know why they're doing it, to be honest. All right. Because they probably saying, oh, I might be not enough, I might get abandoned, things like that. They push you away because they trying to protect their ego. All right. They trying to protect part of them, what they identify. All right. Because when love feels both gentle and powerful, it's because it carries two complementary energies here. All right. So it's like the water here that you see here. All right. It's momentum, it's building, it's that fire energy that's here. You understand me? Now that is not there, so yeah, they will push you, okay? And so, whew, all right. The one thing, the balance about and the beauty of love is that when you have these two great qualities working together, right? The gentleness and with the passive energy of here, without trying to create this friction, about what I want. I want to create something. I mean, I didn't get no pentacles. Well, the pentacles are in reverse. All right. What can I create? What can I build with you? All right. And I know you understand the energy as the architect, but you got to understand at the end of the day, look, love is a high frequency. And when we understand love as a high frequency, because it expands, all right, awareness, openness, and connection. All right. You got to understand love as a high frequency. And the word frequency are symbolic because it points to a quality of energy or consciousness a person is experiencing. When it's high frequency love, it carries qualities like compassion, kindness, and it's all here. All right, it's lighter, it's calm, and more connected because love moves energy, outward. It moves energy outward instead of inward. All right. So the lower emotional states often contract the mind forward in fear. And it also gives you that protection while love tends to open the heart. It increases empathy and encouraging cooperation here. You see it here. And that's why a lot of people often feel like alive and peaceful when they act from love. So when we look at the spiritual teachings, uh, like JC, right, emphasizing love as a higher guiding principle. And if we look at the many mystics that interpreted the meaning of love, that aligns with a person's deepest truth and existence. All right, it's not just affection. All right, it's becoming it's a way of becoming and living. So they might not have that yet. All right, they have to have more experience. Is what I'm trying to say to you. I'll give you the whole thing so you can understand. And this is what's happening right now in Sagittarius. Okay, with the moon being there. Okay, so maybe. So yeah, they might. So you're just trying to see what happens. That energy doesn't last long. All right. And so when you're protecting someone, you speak in truth, kindly, forgiving, but you keep wisdom. All right. Choose compassion even when it's difficult. All right. So as we're going through these changes here. All right. So, all right. So at the end of the day, what it's trying to say to you, you almost at the strength card when it comes to love, because to manage the intensity, all right, love activates passion, fear of loss, attachment, and jealousy. All right. How do I endure love without losing my dignity? You know, how I love someone through growth. Well, how do I stay calm during conflict? I don't see no conflict here. All right. How do I not collapse when I'm tested? Right? It is the resilience of the heart, you know. So a lot of times when we get to the desire and restraint and healthy, and that equals, you know, when we get desire but we restrain ourselves, we get healthy passion out of it. All right. Let me see, Sana. Hello, ma'am. All right. So it's gonna go. It's just gonna go. It's just gonna go into guidance for you. All right. And I'm gonna explain a little bit about to know the difference between emotion and how does it feel. All right. You learn a little bit here about the fours, and I'm gonna be bringing this back to back to back on mostly on every Friday until you really understand it. All right. And then how do I work through this? All right. Wait till they respond. Don't go on the attack. Don't get all defensive. Oh, you did this. Don't start questioning. Don't start doing none of that. Don't go on the attack. You know, because they might surprise you. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll start integrating. Try to have those nice, calm conversations. You know, and let them select. Because a lot of times when people feel threatened, oh, you're not letting people self-select. You gotta let him self-select. They're gonna choose, but they're gonna do out of fear, and you don't want that. You want to somebody that knows you're gonna be with me because you know you want to. All right, you want it to be authentic. You got it. So just let this wave go. All right, and then when you get it more grounded, when the moon moves into Capricorn, all right. I think the way to the moon moves into Capricorn, because right now it's like you want them to, you test them right now. You're testing them. Don't test them because they're not gonna choose. They're choosing out of fear. They're not gonna be prepared for. You're gonna choose it. They might come. They might come. They might answer, but it's not what you want right now. Is what I'm trying to say to you. All right. So it's always best to wait in the next 2 days. Then about Sunday or Monday, you send that text again. Right now, just stop because they're not gonna react. They're not understanding stuff. Because when the key difference between emotion, because emotion is always how does this make me feel. Love acts is what I am willing to give, to protect, and to build. Remember that emotions react, but love is gonna respond. And when people confuse them because emotion is loud, emotion is immediate. It's part of your biological. It's not going anywhere. All right, depending on the wax and goodies. Right now we're in this phase when it's building momentum. It's building momentum. You got to know where the movement is at. It's how it's building this momentum. And they are biological. You don't choose them. You don't choose them. At least you get to understand them and knowing when your shadows are going to show up because you're going to see them react. All right, you're not going to know what your shadow they're going to react. And if you don't know your moon phases, at least understand. Okay, well, I shouldn't do this. Yeah, and how to have a more practical approach to it. All right, love can be tamed. All right, you're welcome. All right, go to the next question. So 49 votes. So come on, guys, let's get this. Let's get this no out of here. Let's get this no out of here. Come vote, becoming members. We got super chat, super thanks. Yeah. So we're gonna go into emotion, feeling, and the whole shebang. Because when we get the Three of Swords, we already know that it shows up when the emotion and reality can no longer align. When the inspiration collapses into honesty, you start romanticizing what hurts. You confront that pain. You expand. Threes are all about expansion. All right? They're all about expansion. You're learning. You're learning how to hold polarity. All right? Because the Three of Swords is one of the most clearest cards in tarot. And it's one of the most misunderstood. It's one of the most misunderstood. Period. That the end. All right? So, who's the next question? Was it what? Who was it? Let me go back. Let me see. Is she still here? My thing is when I do these readings, hearts from two perspectives, from the heart, the dance of YouTube. Uh, how can I make this work? What do I do? All right, I'm saving all that for the readings. All right, how do I move past this energy? What I bring attention to my partner. All right, and it's a lot of times a lot of talking. All right, and if your problem is communication, then you're gonna have a hard time. Okay, it's just gonna be a little bit more challenging. So you just work through that through your solar. You get that confidence in your solar plexus. You start building. All right, more believe in yourself that you could do it, that you could have the conversation, that you could have the breakthrough. You just got to go in. All right, so know the key difference between emotion and feelings, and then the love actually. All right, because love is the fire that stays lit, and in relationship, emotions, of course, they create attraction. All right, and that's what's happening now. It's big. All right, it's momentum. It is preparing. It's building. It is that waxing gibbous energy, and that's happening in Sagittarius. And it's at the optimism and the adventure, a desire. I want truth. I want growth. I want to expand. Right? And that, of course, knowing that Sagittarius ruled by uh, Jupiter, and that expands. All right? That expands your love. It brings you blessings. You got to understand. Jupiter is all about the blessing, and it rules, of course, Sagittarius and Pisces. Okay, having that faith. You have to have faith in love. You have to believe in love. You have to believe in the mystery. You have to believe in something greater than the ego. Okay, you got to let the ego understand. Sometimes the ego is not aware that it has a soul. All right, it's not on. You're not on your own, basically. Good morning. Good morning, Sabre. All right. So when we look at love creates safety, emotion pulls you towards someone, love holds you there. All right. So basically, the truth is, can you feel deeply? Can you love deeply without strong emotions every day? Yeah. Yeah, you can love deeply every day. But can you feel deeply? You know what I mean? If that emotion is not there, all right? If the moon is in the waning crescent, all right, or doing the new moon, and when it's not so big, you might not feel it. You don't have to feel everything. You just gotta believe. This person is with me. They love me. They show it by their actions. They show it by their actions. I'm Sagittarius and X is Pisces. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. All right. So basically, can you feel deeply, but can you love deeply without strong emotions? Every day. Damn, I needed a strong emotion. I don't feel it. That don't mean that I don't love you, that the energy's not there. And you walk away from somebody, give them time. Damn, give them at least 5 days. Give them a week. Go do your thing. They don't have to show you this big displays of emotions every day. All right? Oh, but I want them to show me. No, they stay there. They're taking care of you. They're cleaning the house. They're there. They're going. Like they're doing things. All right? We still no contact. All right? So when somebody says I feel so much but I can't show up, that's emotion without love. That's emotion without love. That's just emotion without love. But when someone shows up without fanfare, way, when old bells and whistles and trumpets are being played, ooh, that, when they show up without that, all right? Because healthy relationships don't kill emotion. You have to have containment. Emotions, of course, give color, but love gives structure. And it gives you discipline. And together, you can live inside of it. And that is, of course, when you integrate the truth. And so Saturn asks you, what lessons do you need to learn? How can you accept your responsibilities? How can you be more aware, all right, of your potentials? And what steps that you accept? What restrictions that's going to lead you towards your true path and your capabilities in the future, and how the guidance. You need it, all right? You need love without discipline, all right? Remember that one thing about tarot, an honest process, it's not going to take you immediately into the Ten of Cups. You got to learn how to sit with sadness and process loss. All right? You got to sit with sadness. You got to learn how to sit with sadness at the end of the day. And if you don't sit with sadness long enough, you try to rush that happiness, you're going to carry that nonsense into the next relationship. Because one thing about the King of Cups, he's leadership with wise compassion, emotional mastery, that calm energy. All right? He rules them. He doesn't get overwhelmed by them. So if you find yourself overwhelmed by your emotions, right? How to stay emotionally balanced and lead with empathy, not ego. All right? The fool shouldn't be showing up there. All right? I mean, you get to that place, you know, when you want more stable, you know, you want caring partner, you want to step into this role, you know, when you can handle situations diplomatically, you have a strong counsel and leadership kind of energy, all right? Negotiating energy, emotional intelligence with your is it your power, right? Not emotional manipulation, all right? Because if it feels like somebody's bottling up the emotion, being overly passive or emotionally distant, manipulating through kindness, all right, and how to embody the King of Cups in a real life King of Kindness. You understand? Don't try to manipulate me with your kindness. You know, I know what you're trying to do. And you let her, hey, why are you manipulating me with kindness? Okay? Understanding and taking a step back before reacting. All right? Being supportive, but that don't absorb everybody's feelings. All right? That's why the King of Cups always shows up. Or either that or the King of Pentacles. Stability, of course, is at the foundation of everything. Am I trying to secure? Am I centered? All right. When you got spiritual mastery, your inner world and outer world follows peacefully. All right. You get that emotional intelligence. Okay. When you're emotionally mature, it's that time that you, of course, that you are sure. You know, you feel good. You know, it's not loud. You know, it's not an instant yes. It's a calm, steady yes kind of energy. You know, if you're balanced enough, right? So you don't act impulsively. You know, can you handle this without being overly emotional? You know, you have emotional intelligence. All right. And the next question, all right. Don't get caught up too much with that King of Cups either, because he could be manipulating you through with kindness. All right. He might try to control. Remember, they all lead. All right, and they all outwardly. All right. A lot of people don't understand their emotions anyway. All right. And of course, when we learn about our emotions, it'll be too late. All right. It'll be too late. Oh wow. All right. Oh, I didn't know what I was doing that. Oh wow. A lot of people are not aware anyway. All right. I know I didn't become aware until about 3 years ago. Truly emotions. You know. What is the underlining of them? Why are they happening? Why? They're in your body. They're part of your biological. All right. There's nothing you can do about it because they are part of you. It's the feeling that you get afterwards. Okay. So for those who want that know it all already. Oh, you already got all the answers? You know it all, man. You just wait. You just wait one more year. You'll be here for you'll learn. All right? You'll learn. Just stay here a little bit longer. You'll learn. All right? A little bit longer. Let me see. Feel like manipulation something. All right. You had the question? Yeah, but you got to understand that these cards show the patterns people cope. This is how people cope. This is how people cope. I don't think that people you got to understand that you're not you if you when you learn, you bring them into awareness. All right? You just bring them into awareness. They're not a lot of people a lot of people don't even understand what an emotion is. With all these songs, you got me filled with emotion. No, you got emotions. Learning where they're high and when they're low. Learning your moon phases. They are biological. All right? Science says so. Okay? They are biological. Let me see here. 71, 77. Somebody voted a no. All right? Like 18, Karima Universe Guidance. Kimu, like 18. Welcome. Hey, Kareem. Hey, Karima. Universal guidance. All right, let's go ahead. I love that. Universal guidance. I am doing mystic love. All right. You know that King of Pentacles Cups comes out more than anybody because I don't know what you believe in. And he's a married man. Let's go ahead. Universal guidance. And after this, I am done. Uh, Let me replace that pin. All right. Learning is a lifelong journey. Okay, it's a lifelong journey. Love is let people you know when we have a healthy relationship, they love language. What is their love language? Karima, let's go ahead. Let's get your guidance. I'm going to go into the Mystic Oracle as well. Let's see here one more. One more. One more. One more. One more. One more. I don't want to kill the magic. All right, you got the Ace of Wands. All right. The King of Pentacles. And, oh boy. Man, every time that I'm almost done with my lives. All right. So slow, pragmatic approach, even if it's boring. What's happening with you here? Because you got the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So thank God you learned the lesson. You learned a lesson here. Because if not, you would have got the page. All right. So are you thinking about giving somebody a new chance here? Because this is like a lot of Earth and between Earth, your creativity. I don't like when I get the King of Pentacles because it takes me somewhere else. Between the stability, right? Building something with patience. You understand? So what? No, but it's taking me somewhere else. All right. So one thing is happening right now. All right. I don't know if you're building something on your own. There's something here, but there's something deeper. Oh my God. All right. So the one thing about the pentagram, this is what Venus represents, and she's in Virgos, right? And this is with time, precision, and of course focusing here. All right. The goal here for you. What is the goal here? Because you have your see, Venus represents creativity. All right. But are you focusing on improving your relationship? All right. Because right now the energies. All I'm going to say to you, pay attention to the details, to the little details. Those matter. All right. And of course, this is a great time to organize your finances. Simplicity, natural elegance, and wellness. Like, what are you doing? Are you going back to the gym? Are you trying to work out? Are you trying to secure something here? Is there something that's boring? Right? Still through consistency. Still try to stick at it at whatever goal it is here that you have in mind. Whether it's starting something up with somebody new. All right. Finally, family agreed for a broad education. No, because I didn't get a major arcana. I don't like when I get a major arcana when I get this. All right. So I don't like when I get the Seven of Swords. I had a lot of fights at home. I don't like when I get the Seven of Swords. No. All right. Because at the end of the day, we have Venus. This is taking me to Venus at the end of the day with your creativity and your foundation. All right. What foundations are you building on, right? So what happened? There was a lot of structure in your house. All right? There was a lot of structure. Like you broke. There's something that you did that you wasn't supposed to do. All right? Because I got that Seven of Swords. All right? You breaking the foundations, the home, the structure that you had at home. All right? I'm a business. Oh, that's what it is. All right? And so the only thing I can tell you, listen, right now, organize finances, budgets, and work routines. And if it's leading to beauty, your creative side, I'm being too serious about my career. Oh, okay. All right. For you, you'll get this energy. And however you want to read it for yourself, go ahead. All right. Because for me here, see, they are looking this way. Even though this is here, the Ace of Wands is, of course, a new opportunity. It's something that hasn't been built yet. Okay, yeah, he's serious. Yeah, he's stable. He's secure, and he got a pragmatic approach. He gets stuck because he follows routine. You understand me? And I understand Venus. I'm going with the energy that's available now. All right? Even if it's love, even if it's focusing on improving your relationships through, I don't see no honest conversation. I see this. Look, this is what I see. I see avoiding here. All right? I see an avoiding. I see the part of like, I'm trying to be strategic, and that's going to be, I think for me, that's going to be like if you're trying to take shortcuts, all right? If you're trying to get something for less, all right? If you, I know what I'm seeing here, okay? But anyway, right now is the time to simplify your life, to have this natural wellness, to put more into that, because the Knight of Pentacles, he's following routines. He's focused on the pentacle represents a part of you, the physical part of you, your spirit. You got to learn how to, like, There's something that you have to develop here that you haven't developed yet, all right? Because you're still holding on to something here, to all your creative powers, not using your creativity, all right? So I'm being so serious about my career, all right? So what are you doing here? I don't like when I get this set. Let me give you another all right? Towards the end is when I get the pentacle, all right? So I want to explain the pentacle to you because by far, yeah, 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 you might be serious about it, and it's a great card. Those are great cards to get, but this one gets stuck in the rut. This one doesn't move. No, this one doesn't move. No, no, no. This one stays there. This one stays there and builds in its own community. It builds in the same place. This one doesn't move. This is once. This is what this is given to you. A new opportunity here. All right. This is ancestors. This is something. Either you want to do something that's passed down to you. You understand me? Something that's, or you want to create something new, because the aces are all they're all about new opportunities. All right. How soon would the money come? Big Zig. You understand me? And so when you look at the aces, they all. This is all living in inspiration. Nothing starts without inspiration, by the way. All right. It's that spark, that creative spark there. And what's happening right now, Venus, that represents this pentacle for me. All right. For you, I don't know. It could represent something different, but I'm going with the current energy, because it's about actions rather than words. You understand me? I'm telling you, I mean, what are you going to do? All right? If it's love, it shows through action rather than blah, 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 blah. A lot of times we talk so much, you understand me, and we don't really do it. So, but anyway, when it comes to emotional safe, because this one is stay safe. This one is, it doesn't really, it's patient. It has a pragmatic approach, but it really stays stuck because it doesn't take those risks. All right. This takes years to develop, by the way. All right. And so when you think about the atmosphere of this energy, it's touch, it's warm, it's physical closeness. It wants something real. All right. Let me see here. All right. How soon will the money come? Thank you. All right. But anyway, this is all about stability, security. And do I stay in my security or do I follow my dreams? Something different. I got to do something different than what is passed down to me. All right? So we always get opportunities anyway. We always get opportunities. You follow that creative spark, because then it'll go to my dreams, my inspiration versus what is passed down to me. All right? Because when you look at the pentagram, it represents more than a coin. All right, you see a coin, but when you look at that, you look at parts of you, all right? And especially your genetic memory. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Shania. All right. The pentacle itself is of course, this circle here, right? And that represents spirit, bringing something in from the unseen. Bringing something from the unseen into this realm, into the physical realm. Okay? So basically, here you're holding your spiritual gifts and learning how to use them in your everyday life. So you are basically going to honor your worth as a divine being in a human form, right? It's telling you to honor that. Honor your worth as a divine being in the human form. Don't ground spiritually wisdom into practical action instead of keeping it only as an idea. All right? So this energy is all about stewardship and recognizing that your time and attention and talents and your resources are sacred. You got to understand this energy. I don't like when people come in with other channel stuff. I correct the energy. All right? I just correct the energy because this is deeper than the coin. This is you. All right? When you look at the union of the spiritual earth into the earthly realm, you're holding on to something so sacred. When you're dealing with the invisible life form, this is you here. You got to understand that. Now do you understand it? All right? You understand it. You're here. You're here. You are here. What are you holding your gifts for? Right? Instead, oh, it's just an idea. No, it is worth exploring. Honor that. Honor your worth as a divine being in a human form. Just honor that. What is your soul saying to you? Okay? Because it depends, the Page of Pentacles didn't come out, but this one did. All right? You're not learning. You already got the gifts are in with you already. I had to understand. All right? I would like a general love reading. Hey, Joel. Okay? So understand that a student is a planner, learning a skill, starting a business. This explores. They explore. They act and they explore. This is what it's telling you. That's why I say if you want to do the reading yourself, you could go ahead. Because when you get readings, you're not getting the full picture. All right. You probably had a new job opportunity here, and you might have a new source of income coming in, a loan, a purchase. But this is all about a healthy journey. Okay. I have an idea with the real world potential. All right. I'm building a vision. I'm creating a website. I'm writing a book. I'm building a business. What are those things that you're doing? Because I bypassed the learning here. All right. I have to work on myself. All right. So what are you doing? Right? Are you designing something? All right. Remember, nothing starts with inspiration. Nothing. All right. But if you don't ground those that what you inspire, remember the inspiration is out there. You understand? Everything that we see, what inspires you, what motivates you, because this is exploring. All right, this is acting on the things might create my creativity, and that's happening in Venus. You got to understand where Venus is at. All right, this is a great time to organize your finances, budget, and your work routines. All right, and when the beauty leans towards what simplicity. All right, more is less is more is less. Right. So natural, your elegance, your wellness. But if your shadow, because you gotta, well, I didn't get the moon, but I'm gonna give you the shadow side. If you're really overly critical on yourself, you're trying to make everything perfect, or you overthinking anything here, okay? Because if you want honesty and truth here, all right, you can be holding on to all your when you look at the Seven of Swords, all right, there's a lot of things that you're holding on, all your creativity, all your strategies, all your plans, all right? You're holding on to so much stuff here because just basically don't take no shortcuts. Whatever you're trying to do here, you understand me? So whatever opportunities, don't avoid them. Just work through. This is the time until the 7th, by the way. All right, and you can continue to move this energy, and as you move forward, all right, because at the end of the day, we got conscious choice. When we look at the pentacle, you represent that physical world, your resources, your values, your work, your health, your security. All right, what is truly important to you. So value what you value. All right, what you have nurtured, what matters, and invest your energy in where you could grow. All right. So take care of your resources wisely. Turn your ideas into something tangible. Your self-worth. Recognize your talents and your values. Focus. Pay attention to the practical matters and your priorities. All right? So, that's it. I'm going to leave it there because I love this energy. And what does it mean, I like taking my time here so you can understand the pentacle. So you can understand the pentacle a little bit more. And I like when people come in with other stuff from other channels. I like it, because it gives me an opportunity to help you out a little bit more. Your soul is holding on to something so precious. So what divine gifts, lessons, or blessings are you being asked to value, to protect, or to develop? All right? The pentagram, of course, is seen as a light of spirit taking form into the world. You got a divine sacred, Have that heart to heart with the divine. All right? This one thing about the figure here holding this. It represents someone learning to carry their spiritual power, wisdom, and care. All right, all right. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Believe in yourself and your capabilities. All right, all right. I already did. Yeah, I was calling you, Rachel. I was calling you, sweetie. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see here. Who came in? Who came in afterwards? Prediction was 100% true. All right. Listen, honor your worth, man. All right. Work on yourself, and when you come in here, know that you come in here. It's gonna be a little bit more elevated. Okay. More elevated, just so you can understand yourself deeper than that. That pentacle comes out. All right. And so yeah. There's strategic planning. One thing about strategic planning, there's nothing wrong with being strategic, but you gotta learn to surrender to the universe. to the energy, what it has to offer you. You know, one thing about that I learned, you know, I would never, you know, I'm never going to stop looking at life, of thinking of life as, you know, I'm never going to stop that. Life is always going to be an adventure. There are going to be challenges, all right? I'm looking at life excitingly, imaginatively, all right? I know that I'm not going to have no security unless I move in life. I got to move to life bravely. I have to. I have to for me, right? Then the pursuit of what? Comfort and convenience or competence. I'm not doing that. All right? All right. I hope that helped you. Blessings. You too. Hey, Concrete Rose. Hey, 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 hey. I have to go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been here 2 hours. All right. I'll be back tomorrow. Guys, don't forget to become members. There's super chats and super thanks available when you are ready, of course. But the channel members are free, because I don't know if I put it right, because I've been so busy. All right, but I'll be back tomorrow. All right, tomorrow I'm gonna be here a little longer. All right, I'm gonna be here at least 3 or 4 hours. All right. All right. I love you guys so much. We got 63 votes, and we moved 75. Okay, 75-25. It is. I'm trying to, because I made when every time I do a live, I go down the list. Sunday I'm gonna talk about Egypt and how I'm gonna decode your name. I'm going down every promise that I make. I don't want to seem like a politician. All right. I wanted people to be very, very, very patient. All right. Very patient. I got a lot to offer. So I'm gonna go down Egyptian or decoding your birth chart. All right. So I'm going down the list and coming in with in the votes, and you got it. All right, guys. I thank you guys so much. Yeah, I want to get into that. I said that a couple of months back. Decoding and knowing your name in Egypt. What does it mean? Ancient culture. I mean, I want to go back to Egypt. I can't wait to get that started. I love it. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for stopping by. You are amazing. You have a great day. Yeah. Thank you, Shania. Shania, I'm sorry, but I'll be back tomorrow, okay? All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Have a blessed Friday. Venusian day. Venus is in Virgos. We already know. Take that time. You know, be honest, stay consistent, improve your relationship. If you are in any relationships, remember today's, through the lens of today, simplicity, natural elegance, and wellness. All right? Of course, Venus rules love, relationships, beauty, money, and values. And in Virgo, it expresses itself through practicality, care, and devotion rather than grand gestures. All right? Thank you. All right? All right, sweetie. Okay, guys, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember that your soul is holding on to something so precious. So what divine gifts, lessons, or blessings are being asked to? All right, value those, protect them, or develop them. It is your responsibility. All right, hey Virgo, what up Virgo? Of course, we already know that we live inside our solar system. We live inside the Virgo supercluster. And I can't wait to get the energy out. Tomorrow is going to be the higher self oracles. I'm going to come tomorrow because we already voted yesterday. I'm going to come with the higher self oracles. We're going to explore, is there humanity? Humanity. Are we going to be able to live within the stars? Do you understand me? For those of one that like that kind of energy, I love it. I'm going to bring it. We're going to go in. We're going to go habitat in the moon and Mars. What is going to happen? Yeah, it's going to be, it's going to be fun. All right. And we're going to do it from a scientific lens. All right. We got a little more science. I mean, you're going to like it because I'm going to reveal a lot of that strength card here and that infinity loop. All right. And when you look at the infinity loop, that represents, of course, the immortality of the soul and rebirth. And the broken loop signifies, okay, the connection between life, death collectively. It represents the idea of rebirth, where the soul life lives beyond the physical. You understand me? Look, we gotta, man. Tomorrow, what time? Tomorrow, Saturday, maybe around the same time. I might come in at 2:00. I might come in at 2:00. Of course, you understand the beautiful time is a loop and understanding Karmics. And yeah, of course, you know, karmic lovers, they often feel faded or like deja vu because the energy is old. It's renewal. All right? Now, do you believe that your soul is being renewed? All right, and then we're going to past lives. All right, so I got a lot. All right, no more complaining. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Okay, bye bye, guys. Have a great Friday. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.